have beaten Aster throughout this year. Didn't happen last season, but didn't happen at the beginning. So let's see what they've got. Also, something very interesting about games like this, when one team has absolutely incredibly high stakes, but they're clearly just preparing for an upcoming tournament, is in a way that, like, for a team like Aster, if they were already like qualified for TI, they could maybe take it a bit more easy. But knowing that they also need to bring high-level performances to Bali, every game feels like practice for them. So a loss might really sting before a big event, being like, guys, we can't even beat IG. How are we going to deal with these liquids and these guys? And we're going to have a fight now with IG and the gang. Boundless Strike connected onto 2. Unfortunately for them, though, they do not have a way to get the full jump on the high ground. Dual Breath slowed them down. And everyone escapes. It's all good.
Yeah. I love your enthusiasm about the major, by the way, but isn't it in like a month and a half or something?
Yeah.
Yeah,
right around the corner.
Yeah, I don't think this loss is gonna sting as a practice to the major. You know, it's like,
bro,
whatever.
Shopify Rebellion still to this day are traumatized by question marks.
To this day.
Gonna have another big skirmish happening in the bottom lane. Monet got off a very nice blood right that should lead into him getting a first blood. But Boka's the one that snags the kill. Piggy trying to run himself away through the trees. He ends up dead, but now Monet is the one that's in danger here. He's losing a lot of HP. This is Bloodseeker, and he does end up dead, granting a double towards the Visage. But Boka gets a double kill of himself, though. And finally, this should at long last be done. I say that, though, but Boka finds a flame break. More right clicks onto PYW. But Boka, no way. Let it go, my friend. It's fine. Well, Lizard, you said the second game had a calm before the storm. Well, that storm is still raining outside. It's not gone anywhere going into game 3.
Yeah, and I don't see it's actually moving anywhere. They get PYW down bottom, but there's a switch up on the lanes, by the way. I don't know if you noticed. Dust will be playing with mid on the monkey.
Yep. They want to make sure, it's what you said, right? Like, they made sure to pick Mars because they do not want Timbersaw playing into Monkey King. Yeah. So IG is like, okay, cool. You will still have Timbersaw playing into Monkey King, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, they don't like it, of course, but this is still much, much easier. It's much easier to play mid versus Monkey than it is to play it safe lane with Monkey Veno on your ass constantly, like galing you, running you down. That one would be impossible. This one, you can play around the bottle, heal up, you know, play with the equilibrium of the creeps.
And you still do get a decent amount of experience as well under these conditions, so Sumail should be okay. How's top doing? That's the one side of the map we haven't looked at just yet. Void Spirit's in the safe lane as a result of this. I feel like Emo should still be very A-okay here, right? I don't think they can do anything to stop him from farming.
Yeah, I feel like he's okay. The only problem is he's not getting as much X, perhaps. He has to share it with the Veno. And I feel like Veno can be the one that gets gone on multiple times on top. He can actually be taken down. Even now, QY, QX dropping low, but...
What a Gale.
Yeah. What's nice, though, is like this Veno into Bat, you go for Gale, and Bats, they don't have sticky napalms anymore. So all they rely on is movement speed to get on top of you. And Gale, the longest slow in the game. It's early on.
That's actually a very good point.
Yeah.
Bottom lane. Skirmishing is still continuing here. PYW was forced to go and eat up a tango. Man, they are fighting so much, and Shangyu having a lot of happiness with the soul assumptions, but Piggy also very happy to just keep the harass going. They have so much sustain with Monet as well. Can just keep himself alive if this keeps being a massive back and forth of small little poking.
Yeah, I feel like Bloodseeker is a happy boy here. A level 2 Thirst, and if the game continues this way, everyone is fighting across the board. He'll be getting those charges.
Oh, what?
Yeah, Boka rotation.
Okay. Messi. You once called him Messi. So Messi is out here, man. Doing his thing. Got the assist from Boka. Puts it in the back of the net. And this is, they could reconfigure the entire laning phase to try and address this Timber. But now he's getting off to the races. And down bottom, PYW is going to get raced down by the Bloodseeker and Jakiro.
Yeah, he has to be careful.
Needs to watch himself. Get back towards the tower. Does at least have some one charges. Good stuff for Aster, though.
They found some. Okay, they played this, right? Like they played the Visage Spirit Breaker, and I'm sure that they brainstormed what ideas can work against it. And I feel like Bloodseeker and Jakiro is a really good idea. Because for Jakiro to take him down, you need a ton of these. You need a ton of soul assumptions, and you don't want to be using it on Bloodseeker unless you're killing him, because he's just going to thirst back up, right?
Oh, top lane. I think we might actually have a kill onto QIQX. They were trying to bring down XXX. Instead, the turnaround comes in and Baboka's on a killing spree. They might be able to get more as well. Little do they know that Emo doesn't actually have any defensive tools. If they chased him, Baboka probably dies, but they might have found the kill. Be safe, though.
Yeah, I love this answer, by the way. The bot lane answer. I feel like this is something that most teams will try and emulate. Jakiro right now has a raindrop, so it's flying over to him, running over to him in a poor, tired courier. But yeah, with that raindrop, I feel like this lane is gonna be harder. Unless they die.
The raindrop is needed here because he might end up dead on PQ. And they were the ones thinking about playing aggressively into this Visage lane, but I think what probably happened is PYW is like, hey, dude, I just hit level 3. Let's actually just kill this guy.
It was just a mistake, really. Like, they start the fight just before the courier delivers it, and the courier delivers it to the backpack, so he doesn't get it. Yeah.
They end up bringing down this young Venomancer, but Emo claims the life of the Batrider in revenge. That's a pretty big deal. Killing spree ended. A bunch of gold into Emo's pockets.
Visage.
Solitary time in the lane. Down bottom, Visage now getting aggressed into. He should end up dead, and indeed he does. And PYW, every single time the Spirit Breaker steps away, they immediately play into the Visage's face. It's been so good to watch.
Yeah, they have ways of killing him. Like, too many slows. Like, you have the Ice Bat, you have Dual Breath. They had Blood Grenade in that last fight too. Just too much for Visage. Plus, as Visage, you usually don't get boots early on. Top lane is also like a lot of fun, a little bit simpler. It's all about the outplays around the Gale and Flame Break. But let's see, they rotated the Venom mid. Sumail with no Timber Chain can still fall if they go on him, even with the Vanguard.
Sumail himself is doing very, very well through this mid lane. Handedly beat out Dust, has a 500 gold advantage over him. And Dust is scarily low right now. Like you say, Sumail doesn't have Timber Chain, but he does have Chakram, so not the safest place in the world to be for Dust on his Monkey King. Definitely needs to watch himself.
Yeah, the thirst charges. Bottom lane.
Oh, bottom. Oh my god. Shangyu dies, but Baboka will say well worth because he died first. Ice Path interrupts the charge forward. And like you mentioned, they can't reach Monet. Through charge, Blood Right, like there's Blood Right, there's Ice Path. There's so many annoyances for the Spirit Breaker. He just can't play his game as he would normally like to.
Yeah, too many things on the ground. Too many, There's too many.
I love your, I'm looking for the adjective, but no.
Just too many.
Just too many. PYW should end up dead.
Like,
thanks to that stuff on the ground.
I knew the thing that I wanted to say, but I'm not sure if it's the same on English. Like, we have this stupid, you know, those things on the ground when you're driving that slow you down, like bumps.
Oh, the speed bumps, yeah.
Speed bumps, yeah. So basically, we don't call them speed bumps. We call them lying police officers. they're lying on the ground on the road, and I'm like, there's too many police officers. Okay, that sounds wrong. Wait, let me find the right. But yeah, too many speed bumps. That was the thing I was searching for.
I really wish you'd said police officers. Like police officers.
Yeah. Dust is DD'd and up top, but without redance, I'm not sure how you're doing anything here. Okay, he just comes in to say hi, you know, like he didn't see Void Spirit in a while. Hello? Emo?
He's gonna go in now onto XXX, the jump in onto the Mars. Oh, they pin him to a tree as soon as he arrives in the arena, so Dust is in trouble. He will pop Wukongs, attempting to TP out. He will not succeed in this endeavor, however. as he is killed off, and PYW might not fare any better. A charge on cooldown for another 8 seconds. Well, it'll come back off cooldown while he's in the fountain at least, as Sumail grabs a double kill. And IG, it looked like a good idea, but it just did not pan out. And bottom, yeah, they're going on Monet, but without Spirit Breaker, without Dust, without Emo, Bloodseeker doesn't die, he's fine.
Yeah, there was no second Grave Chill on Visage. He doesn't have Bird still. 9 minutes in the game, so he wasn't able to bring that control. And Dust, yeah, I mean, you are playing mid, but I still think that you're the win conditions, so maybe you don't have to rotate that much, maybe just farm up. Emo.
Top lane. Emo's in trouble. Speared towards the tier 1 tower. But Boca doesn't have access to Lasso, so they can't hold him in position, and reinforcements have streamed in. XXX gets charged into and killed. They do eventually kill off Emo, but Baboka and the crew might die for this, as we do now have these Visage Familiars at the ready for Shangyu. He didn't go all in for Baboka. Oh no, but okay. Does get the Soul Assumption, gets the Vision. We'll turn it into a 2-for-2. They defend the tower, but I don't know, how happy are you with this on the side of IG, given how many resources you had to commit to make this happen?
You shouldn't be happy. Yeah, your Void Spirit died. You also rotated Visage up top. At least you have the Twin Gate, I guess. It's not 2013 any longer. You can go across the map. And this might be actually really good because Emo TP'd bot. Monet, he might find himself in a really big gank.
No, he's
and
not.
He's TP's out.
Fine.
Nice TP. Very, very nicely done from him. That read.
They were going directly on him, yeah.
There was a ward on top, which I think scouted them out a little bit, but really, really nicely done.
Him being kept alive now does open up the space for the tier 1 tower bottom to be pushed. However, Team Aster will claim the tier 1 middle in recompense for this. Much more action-packed game than game 2. And as the power tower falls down bottom, I think we're just going to be still having a small phase where people finish off their next set of big items here. By the way, click on Emo. I want you to see what our Void Spirit is building. He's really taking it seriously. He's playing from the safe lane.
Yeah, never mind. Like, it is the Monkey King mid laner, real position 2 Monkey. Battle Fury, Void Spirit. I mean, you're universal. Echo Saber is still really damn good on you. He could still go like Echo Dezo or something, but okay, he goes for Battle Fury instead. Wants to farm up. He really wants to go to the major. Yeah, he really wants to go to the major. He is like, I'm carrying this goddamn game.
He's like, fine, I had to carry us to a major victory. I'll carry us for the major qualification as well, boys. Don't worry. And speaking of the major, in the top lane, Dust could potentially set up for a kill onto XXX, and he's going to do just that. They lead onto him. Nether Strike will be there. He's not allowed to escape this Wukong's command. And although PQ did his best to render aid, it is ineffectual, and they get a very nice kill. Even Emo showed up for this one as well. Maybe that didn't need to happen, though.
Of course he did. He needs to snatch the kill. Or at least try to. Try to steal the kill away, get some extra gold, you know. Make sure he's farming in the safest zones possible. He's like, Monkey, please break some smokes for me. I'm gonna farm just behind you.
Monkey's like, I got you, bro. Here in the river, one of the members involved in that fracas was our Spirit Breaker, but he just TP's out away from PQ, Sumail, and XXX. They all came to try and stop him. And I know every time, I wish we were in the same room together, because I want to see your expression every time this happens. In the top lane, might have a lasso going out onto Dust, and I think this Monkey King is dead to rights here. He might be able to bring Baboka down with him. Emo allows to go jump in with the Astral Step. Baboka's still alive, being charged into though, so they might just let him be on his own way until the Spirit Breaker arrives. And indeed, that's what happens.
Still charging.
Here comes PY Dub. Baboka able to find a flame break, but it's daytime, my friend, so they have the vision. But no bash. After the Nether Strike, no bashes. Where are the bashes? Baboka's gonna live and PYW is gonna die instead.
Report noob Spirit Breaker, no bashes.
Bro, if he just got like one, just one, I think would have been enough. 1 or 2, but gets neither. ends up with his own life getting taken away.
Yeah, those raindrops, by the way, just coming really in handy as well, like blocking a lot of damage from the Spirit Breaker. Like his ulti is magical, so it didn't really hurt the bat. That's the main reason why he survived, and then obviously the no bash, the true 17% happened.
In the advent of this, though, 14 minutes into the game, there are some interesting developments, I think, happening on the map. For IG, they recovered their Torah time down bottom, as they do now have the Solar Crest and Phylactery for Visage. So he is basically online. Just needs like the full pipe, and then we're going to start seeing Shangyu at his maximum strength.
Yeah, like I see this Visage and I see the Phylactery and Solar Crest, and I'm not that afraid. Like if you're Aster, like some games Visage is just a beast with these two items, and he's winning every fight, just doing way too much. I feel like, yeah, he can do a lot, definitely. At the same time, I think Aster have answered him well. PYW.
What a time to be alive. PYW is going to end up dead, but Dust might just survive. Oh no, he tried to TP out too soon. He didn't create enough distance between himself and Piggy, so he's going to end up dead. Very unfortunate for him. He was actually tree dancing away. Yeah. XXX's arena happened to cut down his tree on the way out, and that's what leads to his death. Yeah. Sumesi with a double kill, and Team Aster back in control of Game 3.
It was the arena that was mainly there to catch the Spirit Breaker, right? But it just cut down the unfortunate Monkey King prancing around.
So Emo does have his Battle Fury now. Wait, hold on. I want to check. This surely is the fastest all time, right? Let me quickly check.
Probably not. 15 minutes in the game. Come on. Like I'm sure someone built it.
I'm checking.
I find that hard to believe. Check it.
Well, if this data set is correct, and I have no reason to believe it's not, this is the fastest Battle Fury on Void Spirit of all time. There've only been 3 of them before this,
okay,
and this would be the 4th one.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a popular item on him, right? Like you just said it 3 times it has been purchased. So good job to Emo being our record breaker. I can be a record breaker for building the fastest, I don't know, something on Meepo. Visage?
Yeah. Well, Visage, no records will be broken here. Just gonna end up dead and feeding away some familiars at the same time. That's a pretty significant kill. They get a bonus out of it as well. Good times. And they might not be done just yet. Look at the Observer Ward. These scouts are dust. Tree dancing around in the top side of the map. They know where he's at and they're chasing. Baboka, though, he's the one closest, but he does not have a Blink Dagger. So he can't fully close the gap onto this Monkey King.
What are they doing, though? Twin gating down bot?
Okay. Batrider's already gone. Once one is left, they might go on the Straggler, and that's indeed what they do. They see Jakiro, quickly kill him off. The allies are on the way back, but it's Spirit Breaker, Monkey King. There's no way they'll get you in time.
And now you kind of know that there's a ward there now, right? Like, but then again, that ward was expiring anyway, and you get a kill on top of it. So what's going to happen is most likely they'll try to de-ward the twin gate on top and see that there are no wards and be confused like, what the hell? But I love that setup anyways, like letting 2 go through and then going on the 3rd.
It's allowing IG to maintain some semblance of a hold on the game still. Team Aster have been playing better. They have a gold lead. Overall, they have better map presence, but it's only a slight gold lead. And they are still farming on their heroes on the side of IG. It's maybe not as scary as, say, an uber-farmed Monkey King, the fact that it's the Void Spirit getting all this net worth, but still, universal heroes are quite scary these days.
What do you think? Like he goes, what, Manta and Battle Fury, what's afterwards?
That's actually a good question, because I want to say I would like to see a Deso of some kind, but I also want to see like bigger damage. So maybe just go Silver Edge. You go Silver Edge. You go Silver Edge, I think. But Daedalus will also be good, yeah. Silver Edge or Daedalus.
Interesting.
Maybe game this actually for
interesting
bigger
ideas.
damage.
Yeah. You certainly don't go back, I guess, for the echo into harpoon or something like that. But yeah, whatever you go for, it's going to have to be crucial because right now you're just unable to take these fights. Your lineup is considered really strong early on. I'm not sure how well it will translate into the late game portions. But right now, I look at them.
Right-click Void Spirit, man.
Okay, so maybe a nullifier after?
Now it could be quite nice. There's a smoke up right now from Team Aster. They don't manage to find any of their targets. IG able to very quickly retreat away from the triangle. However, they're doing a very smart thing. They're not beating the 100% retreat. They're keeping QIQX nearby, making sure that they will not be blindsided and making sure they still have the Ancients to take over. Top lane Dust. He got caught out by XXX. He doesn't have a BKB. He's trying to TP out right now. Can he make it? He does. All the way back to the fountain and he's out. And there's a fight that's going to start middle. Because there's no Mars, they know that there's nobody to defend the Batrider, and now potentially nobody to defend Sumail. He gets charged into at the moment. Can they lock him down? They do not need to, as he jumps back in of his own volition to bring down QIQX, but will die for this.
Oh, the arrow,
he tried to TP out,
yeah.
but the Spear of Mars interrupted. He is going to end up dead to the Monet BKB Bloodseeker. What a crazy fight there. What a time for Aster to show up. And they do eventually manage to bring Emo down.
And they're so fast across the map. Monet as well with that Aegis. Absolutely no worries for him. Gets that Mjolnir in 200 gold and he's completely online.
Now we'll see if there's going to be at least a kill here onto Piggy. Dust really wants it. Just one more right click is all he needs. PYW, he comes in. We'll get the kill. That's kind of fortunate for him because had he arrived a second later, he would have hit the ice path instead of Jakiro and just died instantly.
Nice little charge. Both of these teams, like, they're very mobile. That's what I was kind of referring to when I said we should see a very action-packed game. They just want to fight. Like, I look at these heroes, they all want to fight all the time. No one is really just farming, besides the Void Spirit, I guess, Battle Fury, which shouldn't be the case. But okay.
He just had his courier killed, and now I was going to be carrying the recipe for the Manta and shortly to pick up the ultimate orb, so that's going to delay the Manta for quite some time. And look what he's building next. He's going for the Lincoln Sphere next on Emo. So he wants to be a bit more defensive. And I think that last fight kind of justifies it. He is feeling a little bit naked in the midst of these engagements.
Look, like Lincoln's is very defensive, but if you're universal, you're still getting a lot of good stats out of it. Still giving you a ton of damage too, right? So it's still a pretty damn solid item. It can be sort of a replacement for the BKB. You are playing into Lasso, right? And Rupture, so as well.
Speaking of Rupture, Monet and the crew do manage to take down the tier 2 tower bottom. And did they steal the Wisdom Rune as well? Or no, PYW got one. Okay, so it's still chilled. Looks like actually IG is the one that got 2 of these. All right, nicely done. Team Aster. They're going to smoke and fake back, though. They haven't necessarily left the area. They still don't have a Blink Dagger on Batrider, so it needs to be XXX that makes the initiation happen for them. But they don't see anybody at present, so I don't think a fight's going to happen from this.
Yeah, even with the Blinks, it's hard versus Venom, right? QIQX just being very pesky, putting these little plague wards everywhere. One of the best heroes versus Blink Daggers.
Yep.
He's got that Vessel as well, by the way. So they kind of have what it takes for Timber, but they need to be careful with the Lotus. And they're TPing top. Can they catch Dust? I don't think so. He has this really nice ward.
Man, Dust has really put his life on the line to enable Emo in this game. He's been farming the most risky areas of the map. He's been the one always getting jumped on by Aster. And Aster, they really want to jump somebody, but nobody is availing themselves on the side of IG. They're all playing very far back, very carefully. They even just picked up a gem for the Venomancer to ensure that they do not lose map control whilst they're in this defensive posture.
Yeah, the build on Monkey as well, right? Like this echo, disassembling the echo, going for a BKB. It's just as active as possible. No farming items at all on him. No Ags, no Battle Fury, no Maelstroms, QI, QX.
Holy shit. So many good things were about to happen here for Team Aster potentially. This Observer Ward that they have is doing so much work because they just bought the gem, right? But it hasn't arrived just yet on this Venom monster to enable him to deward this. So they knew he doesn't have reinforcements. They, in fact, almost killed him after the gem arrived, which would have been the biggest disaster. But fortunately for them, Baboka's Flame Break pushed him forward, and XXX's Arena missed. If any of those things don't happen, not only is he dead, he gives up a new gem. That's a GG moment right there. If that happens, I'm just quitting the game, dude. I'm out.
It would make you very, very sad. What also makes you sad is that you're dying for like 30 seconds and none of your teammates is looking at even trying to help you. I guess Demo used the Aether Remnant, but he mostly used it like, yeah, I just finished this camp, I'm passing through, might as well.
They're gonna might as well try to put pressure onto Monet here, as this Bloodseeker actually took quite a bit of damage. He's falling super low. If they had Emo here, Bloodseeker would have been dead.
Yeah, keep in mind there's no Aegis anymore, so if you're IG, you might feel a bit better to try and take these fights, but at this point, I guess you aren't looking to fight, right? You're just looking to farm. You have two of these cores, Monkey and the Void Spirit.
Void Spirit. Honestly, once this game is done, all right, in chat, whoever's listening in chat, do me a favor. When this game is done, I need you to take a screenshot of his item build. We need one of those guess the heroes on Reddit. Because no one's gonna guess this as Void Spirit.
What's a driven guess? What builds Manta and goes Battle Fury at the moment? Anything?
I would guess it's a Jug.
Okay,
Right now, I just think this is Jug, yeah.
Yeah. Without the Bracer, maybe.
Even with the Bracer, I could still see Jug with Bracer. It gets complicated once he has the Lincolns. Well, even then, I guess if there's a game with like Doom Batrider, I could still buy Lincolns here as a Jug in that situation.
I think Manta Battle Fury just makes you think it's Jug no matter what.
Yeah. We're not going back old school. I mean, it could also be like 5 years ago Faceless Void. We never know. Odd game, bottom. PY Dub and the boys, they come onto the Spirit Breaker. Baboka kills him off, or catches him rather. Sumail is the one that finishes him. That was a BKB charge. Did he commit it? No, he did not. Okay. He just got the BKB, but didn't actually use the item. Top lane, looks like they're setting up for a kill onto Dust. Ice Path will be there. It connects Flush. Dust does have BKB TP though. Also can just drop Wukong's command and get out that way. Dude, Dust has ice in his veins. Given how many times that exact thing has been interrupted, he still goes for it. Raw like that? What a player.
Yeah, I think this time around he had a little bit more info because of Spirit Breaker dying down bottom. So he knows, okay, if they just killed him, there is a very little chance that they have anyone else. Plus he has this deep ward around the tier 2, which is named CU. So he saw them. By the way, Visage with a Nullifier. Everyone is going right-click on this team.
Nullifier Visage. God, I love Dota 2. All right, what's it going to be good at? What do you want to dispel here that feels very important to have to do?
There are some nice things, like there's a Pavis coming from Jakiro as well. Like you have the Blood Rage, right? From the Bloodseeker too.
Sumail? Sumesi jumps into a fight here. There is no Wukongs, but there's also no XXX as they burst him down, and now Sumail is next on the chopping block. He loses his life as well. Monet trying to beat a hasty retreat. Static charges on top of him, but there is a Spirit Cow chasing you with the Shadow Blade. If he catches vision of anybody, they're going to get charged down. So far, Monet's been able to dodge. The supports, though, might not be as lucky. He does scout them, but his team is maybe saying, let's check Roshan, who might have bigger objectives at play.
Oh,
they still will eventually charge, but the Ice Path is better from PQ, so he's going to be fine.
I don't know. I feel like he had a charge there. Of course he had, but he doesn't have the same info that we do. He could have just went on the two supports. I think he'd live long enough, even without the BKB. I think he lives long enough for his teammates to follow up, get some more kills. Unfortunately, for IG, Rosh still hasn't respawned. It respawns only in 10 seconds, and that's pretty much going to be on time for Timber to join the fight.
Yeah. I mean, Timber can join, but now we just got a Basher picked up by this Monkey King. He still has Wukong's command. Just came back off cooldown. It's a scary place to be. And they're choosing to start heading down bottom for the side of IG. At least Spirit Breaker did, but the fight is coming in towards them. With these Venomonster Plague Wards getting some vision. They scouted the Bat Riders here. Bloodrite forcing some movement. They might be able to jump onto QIQX. They rupture him up as well, and they really want to try and find this kill. He's still alive though, and they're baiting in Monet for a bigger fight. He's inside the Wukong's command right now. He just can't escape, and he will be right-clicked down. Venomonster buys back as they head onto Baboka inside the Wukongs and kill him off as well. With these heroes now escaping from the side of Team Aster, now we witness the chase from IG. Sadly, they don't have the right vision. They don't have a disruptor or anything. But what they do have is an opening into the Roshan pit to claim themselves an Aegis and a cheese for a successful fight.
Yeah, 30 seconds to kill that Rosh before it moves down bottom. I do believe they have enough damage. And I cannot believe that Aster loses this fight. Okay, the advantage of vision was definitely on IG's side. Sure. At the same time, it's a bloody Jakiro and everyone is on a cliff. Like, everyone is in that part of the map where your Ice Pat and Macro Pirates just be destroying. But nice maneuvers, nice movements by IG.
Man, I really need to find out about IG8 today. Some of the execution on their plays has just been surreally sick. As they get a tier 2 tower, there's a tormentor for them to try and steal away if they want to. But to see how safely they play, why would you play safely, man? You still got Aegis Cheese. He is very strong right now. Just go for it.
Like you said, absolutely no reason to play it safe. And nice call on the Silver Edge, by the way, on Void Spirit. That's what he's building next, after the Lincolns, that is. Latent toxicity. So you basically get your old ulti back, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
No, that's the Aghanim Scepter.
That's the axe. This is still the stun, if it gets dispelled, yeah. It's strong. I like this a lot. Like, you pop it on someone, he tries to be KB, he stuns himself. It still pierces immunity, so no matter what you do, you're gonna get stunned, kinda.
Also, with the changes to magic immunity and stuff, some of these spawns that pierce immunity, man, they're so annoying in these fights. This one's certainly going to suck to deal with. Spirit Breaker also has a play in our pocket as well. So, tankier and tankier, can draw some attention. Now, it's all on Team Aster to try and figure out what to do next. I don't think they want to fight while the Aegis is up. But even when it's down, IG will feel pretty darn strong afterwards. So what do you want to see them do? As Bloodseeker did just finish a Nullifier. Do you just wait until this Aegis is down, try and force a fight, or do you maybe hope that you can pick them off whilst they're farming in this time period?
I feel like they have enough what it takes to just get the pick off or two with the bat without utilizing all their spells. But what they're doing right now is they're keeping the high ground, protecting the Bloodseeker, and let's see, Sumail. The fight is on him.
Yeah, it is, but maybe not the person you want to be jumping first if Dust is not here. That being said, Baboka is a very nice first target. Netherstruck back into the rest of the team, but the Bloodrite will buy space and time.
Buyback.
Monet pops BKB, rushing forward. He wants to kill PYW, and they do manage to do so. Wukong's command does get dropped, and Emo, he's losing his life, but he only dies now, and that's an Aegis. And it sets up for Monkey King to finish off Monet. Sumail still inside the Wukongs. There's no escape for him. He gets brought down. It's a triple for Shanya's Visage. And a team wipe for IG.
And the creep wave is coming in. Do they have a glyph? They do, but both sides have it. This could be a side. Mars has buyback. He's not enough. Is this just the side, the way Emo is moving? Usually when someone moves the way he was, right-clicking, that's like, I'm going throne. Yeah. That's how it looked like.
There's I think he really wanted to, but I think somebody told him, bro, relax.
Yeah.
Let's just get these racks.
Maybe another set. Let's see.
Yeah.
Mars up in 5 seconds. For them to def this, they need Jakiro. For the 3 heroes to def this with Mars, I feel like Jakiro is necessary.
Whew. 2 lanes just like that. And honestly, The only thing protecting them from it being megas is the tier 2 tower down bottom. But
Yeah,
IG.
IG,
Wow.
like you said, I don't know what they ate as well, but this crowd, this LAN is making them play on a different level. I like the itemization as well. I was kind of worried about their scaling. No longer am I. As Aster, they didn't find a way to punish these two cores, like the Monkey King being kind of AFK, Void Spirit getting... So basically, what's happening on IG? They're playing with two carries, right? Like, They have the Monkey King who's been just farming, and the Void Spirit who's been buying Battle Fury and farming, so they didn't get punished for it, though.
Yep. To make matters even worse, Dust built like a pure fighting build. He was prepared to be the sacrificial person for this game. But these fights just kept going better and better, so it's like, oh, well, I guess I'll scale as well.
Yeah, when you think about Visage, even he wasn't really just putting his body up front all the time. He was farming. He has now Nullifier and a BKB.
My God.
Like, you can kill him.
BKB.
Yeah, like you can kill him, but it's not going to be that easy anymore. He has a shard as well.
So let's actually take stock of how tight he is. So he has Shard, he has Solar Crest, he has BKB, he has a Pipe of Insight. Very difficult customer. And if worse comes to worse, maybe even ask for a Spirit Vessel Charge from Veno, or at the very least a Lincoln Sphere from this Void Spirit.
Yeah, he's going to have AC too. Just all of their items kind of work well together in tandem.
The Team Master, they're very much on the back foot right now. 21k net worth, favoring the side of IG. And they're bearing down their final lane of racks they need to put Aster into a mega creep situation. Aster coming down with Monet. They want to defend this. And they're thinking about a jump as well. But I think IG are also aware of what's happening on their side. So the game could change fundamentally in these next 30 seconds or so.
Yeah, for sure. You can see IG just setting up the perimeter, the position. They don't want to abandon the high ground completely, but they don't also want to fight under it and under the tower.
They're having a hard time getting closer and closer. Team Master's done a very good job defending this. You know, normally we talk about slow sieges. This is like a slow defense from them. But unfortunately, there's not much you can do against the perpetual spam of the Plague Wards. And Team Master will eventually have to formally vacate the position and give the tower over to IG.
Yeah, like they have this Nullifier Mjolnir on Bloodseeker, but still feels like it's not enough. They might smoke. There's no Aegis. Let's see. Nope. Can't really smoke when your lane's pushing in, I guess.
So, with one lane of racks left, Monet wants Basher. I'm just trying to think about like what if there's any item that can emerge in the next like 2 minutes that'll make a big difference. This BKB could make a difference for Sumail. Like if Sumesi gets the BKB, then maybe has a better chance dribbling around these fights, not being overly concerned with just being as heavily slowed and uber controlled as he was in the last engagement.
I feel like he still has a lot of problems though. It's still not easy for him to just be that unkillable Timber anymore. I mean, he wasn't able to do it for a long time. With the Blink BKB, at least he can set things up safely enough. Like you blink in, you BKB, they can't do anything about you. They start panicking, you're just laughing in their face, burning them down.
Let's see. You know, here's one of the reasons I hate Mars so much as an offlaner. It's right
I have a
now,
lot of hate for such a cheerful person, by the way, when it comes to heroes.
Oh yeah. Like, there's many things I hate in Dota. But it just have you had these kind of Mars games before where you're doing okay for a while, literally 2 fights don't go well, you just bought BKB and then you just never buy another item again. You stop scaling, can't do anything.
Yeah, that's the name of the
bad to be
hero.
you.
Blink, refresher, BKB, and you're done forever.
On the bright side, this Aghanim Shard Spear, we've already seen throughout the course of the DPC that can have some pretty high currency. So if you can get a good angle onto Dust and Emo, maybe that's the ticket they need to get some full chain disable going For now, though, they're posturing around this Roshan pit. Should they be the ones to make the first jump on the side of Aster, or do they wait until IG get into the pit? The question has answered itself as they jumped onto QIQX. He does pop the A on disc, though, so he's fine.
Just joking, guys. Not gonna fight.
Just wanted to say hello.
I mean, Rosh doesn't respond anyway. You don't really know it. That's the problem, but it hasn't. And the nice thing for Aster, at least, it's on top lane. So you can always outpush these mega creeps. You just need to worry about mid. The problem is when Rosh goes bottom, which will be in a minute. It will respawn bottom, that is. Then you kind of want to be bottom, but you also need to be defending these two lanes. Even though IG lack no vision, they have a lot of these wards and stuff. It's going to be very easy for them to know exactly where Aster is. Unless this happens. Let's see, Baboka going in.
Does have Blink Dagger. Unfortunately, he's the one carrying the gem, so they don't want to be a cavalier with his life, lest he give away more vision. Aster couldn't find anything, so that's going to give IG the impetus to smoke up themselves. Spirit Breaker got a little bit of vision on to pick you, so charging him in from the base, that could set up for the rest of IG. And Team Aster, they should be aware of this. And they dealt a split away. In. Yeah, they're just going to Jakiro. Jakiro is dead. He does have buyback, though, if he wants to pop it to come back for the fight.
We need to sign a petition to stop loitering in the map fountains, lotus pools. They're putting these wards inside. It's not cool.
No loiter. Right now, IG are just loitering around the outpost and the Roshan area. This sucks because it's exactly like what you mentioned, right? Now you have to worry about the two top lanes being pushed in, but you also know if you give them a free Aegis and you don't contest this, the game could just immediately end. It's rough, man.
Yeah, so what do? Like, it doesn't look like they will contest it. They will just settle with the defense instead. Get the refresher on Mars, and after that refresher has been purchased, maybe try to fight off the Aegis.
So Emo gets the Aegis. What have you made of this carry Emo, safe lane with this Void Spirit over the course of this game?
It's pretty cool. He's got tags now too. He's managed to delay the game significantly. Both him and Monkey King. Like, they've been cutting waves and just farming behind enemy lines. So it's kind of solid. He had the rapier, by the way, queued up. And I'm a very sad boy. He's not gonna get it. Instead, he goes for Satanic.
Yet again, I can almost guarantee that someone on the team is like, mate, we're already winning, dude. Just relax. Chill. Just win the game normally, it's fine. Oh, Timbersaw ended up foregoing the option for the BKB, decided for the Octarine instead. And one more fight potentially is coming. IG stacked up with some heroes in smoke, but they're not forcing the matters just yet. They're gonna go now again.
Yeah, they can
look at the line drawn.
All the way around. Poor XXX.
Charge going in onto XXX. That's an Aghanim Scepter on PYW, so that charge comes very, very fast. He's dead. He does have buyback, however. Timbersaw jumped in onto PYW, forcing out the BKB. So he'll go home, but this is a Spirit Breaker. He doesn't take him that long to come back, but he's not here right now. So QIQX will get jumped on, does have A on this to keep him alive. Nullifier, though, makes sure that it doesn't come to pass. And they do manage to kill him. Unfortunately, though, he did get off his spell, so look at the magic damage coming into them. Jakiro will end up being a victim of it all. And IG, they recognize their opening. And despite playing at the moment with only 4 heroes versus 3, one coming back, they're like, let's just take the base. Let's just go on these buildings.
Yeah, I felt like it wasn't just the damage, it was the slows. Here comes Timber, and there goes Timber.
Command gets thrown down, and Timbersaw realizes he cannot close this gap. He knows he will die inside Wukong's. So they get the Megas, which is what they wanted for IG, and they get the hell out. Only cost them the life of Venom Monster. They didn't even pop their Aegis here, Liz.
They didn't even buy back on the Venom. So he's just, yeah, I die, doesn't matter. I have my Aghanims. Poison Nova, just doing so much. It wasn't really even about the damage, it's just that they couldn't move in the fights.
Bro, he did
Sumail.
4,000 damage despite being one of their big targets.
Yeah, despite
What a
dying
player.
instantly, right?
Yeah. Sumail needs to be careful. The nullifier, a charge coming in towards him. But IG, very happy to let him go. Honestly, at this point in time, Lizard, nah, I think you're just starting to enjoy yourself a little bit at IG. You don't really want this game to end. Well, you want to win, but you're also like, all right, guys, this is nice. Beating Aster feels good.
Are they confirmed with this win, by the way? They aren't, right?
Sadly not, no.
Yeah, because the middle of the pack in Chinese region, everyone has more or less the same amount of games, same amount of wins.
Provided they get this win, though, it should put them, unless there's some permutations that would deny it, but it puts them into at least tiebreaker territory. And then it just comes down to the game between themselves and Xtreme Gaming tomorrow, which that I think is probably going to be the deciding game.
Deciding game last. Seems good. Smoke up from IG.
All right, looks like they've had enough fun for this one. Want to close it out. Still having ages for another 70 seconds or so. Emo, they're going on to Monet. That's the priority target, baby. Nullifier hits him. He gets nether struck back. They want the Bloodseeker's life, and they will get it. He is dead. He does buy back. Look at this, though. Sumail, he tried to help out, but Dust treats him like a child, barely even looks at him, and just swats him away to his death. No buyback for the Timbersaw. And
Yeah,
IG, think this is it, Chillers.
This is it. This is 3 versus what, 7? There's Cheese, there is Aegis, there are buybacks on IG.
And sadly, there's only buyback on the Mars on the side of Team Aster. XXX does jump in, get off the arena. Whilst he's doing so, though, PickU easily gets picked off by Emo. Harpoon onto Monet, preventing the Bloodseeker from chasing the Visage. And as Monet dies, Shanyu celebrates over his corpse. And Emo and the gang get themselves a huge win by upsetting Team Aster and keeping the hopes of going to the Bali Major alive.